Hey guys, and welcome back to Rose of Winter. I do want to apologize that I didn't put up a video Tuesday as I've been I was gonna record Sunday because I usually record either on Saturdays or Sundays, and I wanted to really not do anything during my spring break except play World of Warcraft. um and I was gonna record stuff Sunday, but I was super busy at the time, and then I was gonna record Monday, but I think I was super busy at the time as well, and I think I just generally forgot. And so when I realized, didn't mean to bump the mic there. So when I realized that it was Tuesday, I didn't have anything up, and if you guys follow me on Twitter, that's where I usually post a bunch of stuff. And I had recommended my Wolf Plays playlist to have something to watch for Tuesday while I was gone. So think of Tuesday as a vacation day, and we're gonna have the videos back. I'm gonna bulk record this time. I will not stop. All day, every day. Let's do it. And also, I had skipped the previous line that I had stopped on. That way, I wasn't not reheating. Jeez, I just ate food, so I've got food on the mind. So I wasn't rereading the line. I also had to reference my previous video to remember where to begin in this video, so I wasn't rereading a whole bunch of stuff to save time for you guys' sake. And there's the silver grass that comes up to your knees, soft as feathers, and always full of fireflies. Those are the parts I like. Aw, are you maybe a little homesick? What? Absolutely not. I'm not a child, you know. It's not childish to miss your home. I think about the farm a lot. I mean, I'm happy to be out here, doing what I'm doing, but it's natural to miss the place you grew up in, right? I guess so, but I don't always miss the people. My siblings, they're all older than me, and I'm an adult, but I'll always be a little brother to them. Well, it's hard to believe. Nothing about you is little. Sorry. I've played this game. I did so many runs of this game. I just can't. Now I'm gonna laugh at everything now because it's one of those romance type of game. If you haven't seen my previous videos where I explain this, where have you been? Come on. I didn't start this series for nothing. I just wanted to take a break from 1000 Lies before that game ultimately killed me out of boredom. It's a really long game. I think you're the scariest looking guy I've ever met. In a good way, of course. You really mean that? Yes, ladies. Or guys. Whatever your preference is, I don't care. Do what you do. Apparently that's how you woo someone. If you say that they're the scariest looking guy that you've ever met in a good way, they'll be like, they'll have this face. They'll have this face right here. And this would be my face, because I would feel like I'm saying something very mean. Because I'm me. You really mean that? Totally! And you're a legendary hunter prince anyway. If you start to get down on yourself, just remember all your awesomely heroic feats and stuff. Right, my heroic feats. Well, we'll see here in a bit why he keeps doing this yeah, I did that. Yeah. He'll be sad about it. We'll see here in a bit. Rosemary, can I ask you something? Something personal? His voice is low, soft, barely audible. I've never heard him talk like this before. Sure, Kuya. Anything, I guess. Do you have a boyfriend? Wow. Wow. What? Where did that come from? Nothing, never mind, forget it, I didn't say anything. Huh? Kuya, wait, I didn't. You just caught me off guard is all. No, shut up. That's enough. We're not talking about this. Kuya, are you crying a little? A great hunter prince of Moon Forest does not cry. How dare you even ask me that? Who do you think you are? My apologies for that brief cut there. I thought I had to burp and I didn't want you guys to hear it. I'm pretty sure I saw tears in his eyes, though. You're just a lowly outsider. You know nothing, nothing at all. Calm down, I didn't mean to. Enough. Go to sleep. That's an order. We've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow, and I won't have you keeping me awake with any more nonsense. Good night. Can you tell I'm not really used to reading out loud? Like, with the amount of times I go, or stutter, or have to reread a line because I can't read, apparently. It's a problem, but I can deal with it. It just makes for some funny context. I mean, I've never really read out loud to anyone, and that's why I started like playing these visual novels and stuff to like get better at that. It's kind of a challenge. Challenge accepted. And with that, Kuya flops down dramatically and pulls his blanket up over his head. Within seconds, he's snoring way too loud for it to be real. To be honest, I have no idea what to think. He's obviously not going to say anything more tonight. I lie down, but I'm too surprised and bewildered to fall asleep right away. I stare at Kuya as he sleeps beside me, wondering what exactly is going on in his head. He'd just let me answer him. I'd have told him I don't have a boyfriend. I guess that means he doesn't have anyone either. In spite of myself, I can't help but think how good he looked today. His sweet, sweet muscles, his nice chest. I'd be crazy to think about Kuya that way, right? Even if he wasn't so annoying, he'd still be from a totally different world. Well, I mean, yeah, he's got horns on his head, and he's massive. Then again, when I saw how hot he was, I wished he'd be nicer to me too. After we fought the Razorback, he was nicer for a little while. Well, I mean, if I was a big guy like that, like huge, and I got picked up by a buff lady, I'd change my attitude for a while. Isn't that exactly what I'd been hoping for? I do, but eventually, well, I don't need to put the button there. Touch the butt. I do, eventually, drift off to sleep. And when I wake up the next morning, I feel strangely cheerful. Maybe now that we've both had time to sleep on it, he's calmed down. I roll over to ask him if he was really serious about the boyfriend thing, but his blanket lies flat on the hard earth. Kuya is gone. Maybe he got up to get breakfast or tried to do something stupid like take an ice bath again, but right away, it feels wrong to me. I stand up, suddenly wide awake, and grab my sword. Oh, sorry, my apologies. This is where we'll find out why Kuya is acting a little strange with the Macho Man act. Outside of camp, there are signs of a struggle, and my heart grows cold. Claw marks on the trees, scuffled footprints in the snow. It looks like Kuya was dragged away. But Kuya is... I've lost my wording. I was gonna say hooge, because that's what I say to my cats, because I'm being funny, and I can talk to them however I want. In a funny voice or whatever. And I'm also just used to saying hooge instead of huge, because I'm always being funny. So I'm just like trying to not to struggle as much here, but I apparently can't say huge. But Kuya is a huge and powerful hunter prince, right? What could possibly be strong enough to have done this to him? I know it doesn't make much sense, but my first thought is of the Razorback, but that can't be. How could a giant, half-blind boar have found us and dragged Kuya away, all without waking me up? What else could it have been, though? Is there some monster on this mountain that we don't even know about? Something powerful and crafty that neither of us could have seen coming? It doesn't matter now. No matter what horrible creature did this, my job is still the same. I've got to save Kuya. I head out, not bothering to pack up our camp. Luckily, the monster and Kuya have left a pretty clear trail, and in the fresh morning light, it isn't hard to keep track. I follow the gashes in the trees and the signs of struggle. I do my best to stay positive, despite the sinking feeling in my stomach. It's good that there's a trail at all, right? And no blood so far. I keep walking for about an hour, without finding anything. I'm getting really worried, until suddenly far ahead, I see a very familiar figure, shrouded in morning mist. Broad shoulders, horns, flowing hair. It's Kuya! It has to be! My heart leaps. I run as fast as I can toward the figure. I'd give anything to hear Kuya's voice again, even if he was just calling me inferior again. But as I draw closer, I realize it's not Kuya. But now I'm more confused than ever. This person is still a moon forester for sure, but who is this? What's going on? Oh, hello there. You must be Rosemary, yes? You're not Kuya? No, thank the goddess for that. You are Kuya's babysitter, are you not? I am Princess Caro. I'm terribly sorry for my little brother's appalling behavior. Little brother? That's right, Kuya has 5 older siblings, doesn't he? I'm sorry, Princess Caro. I'm not a babysitter. I'm a knight, sort of. I was here to help guide Kuya to Starlight City, but he's gone missing. Oh, and I know all about what little Kuya has been up to. Shameful, isn't it? At least you're calling him by his actual name. He didn't make you refer to him as his awesome lordship of holy greatness or anything ridiculous like that, did he? No, of course not. Give me one moment. Sorry, I had to check and make sure that these choices didn't matter. No, of course not. Or his mighty magnificence. Actually, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna be truthful. Oh, for the sake of the goddess, I apologize on his behalf. He's the youngest, but you'd think he would have learned good sense by now. It's alright though. I didn't really mind that much. Besides, once we slayed a beast together and became brothers, I earned the right to call him by his true name. You what? Oh dear. You poor thing. Please promise me you won't be embarrassed. It really isn't your fault. How could you have possibly known? Okay, I'm confused. What exactly is going on here? Where's Kuya? Is he okay? Oh, he's fine. As soon as I found out he had left for Mount Needle, I went off to bring him back. He's really not suited to a place like this. Did you say you wanted you to take him to Starlight City for the council? Well, that makes sense. He's always been jealous that I get to serve as Minforest representative and not him. But there's a reason he's never chosen for that task. He just isn't ready for the responsibility, and really, this little escapade proves that. Did he honestly believe the council would accept him as an ambassador of Moonforest simply because he was the first one to get there? What a ridiculous notion. Really, he might have died if you weren't here to protect him. I must thank you for keeping our dear little Kuya safe. Wait, so is Kuya really a great hunter or... Great hunter? Oh, that's amazing. You poor thing. He told you nothing of the truth, did he? Let me bring you up to speed. Where do we even start? It must be obvious that our dear Kuya has some real delusions of grandeur. The Great Hunt and its sacred hunters, all that is part of a legend passed down among Moonforesters for generations. It's a story for children, an exciting story certainly, but that's all it is. The Great Hunters may be based on real historical figures, but even so, such barbaric animal slaughter with no regard for the balance of nature has long been a thing of the past. We Moonforesters have moved far beyond that now. I suppose it's our own fault, being so secretive with our ways, that outsiders don't know who we really are. I don't at all blame you for believing Kuya's tall tales of mystical ruffians. But we're a pacifist kingdom now. Our laws focused on a coexistence with the forest that is ethical as well as spiritual, and with a mind for conversation. We choose to stay isolated in order to keep the forest a closed and balanced system, with no outside influences to muck things up. We've managed to bring several native moonforest species back from the brink of extinction, you know. I just stand there and letting the flood of words wash over me. I'd like to say none of it makes sense, but sadly it makes more sense than anything Kuya's told me. Kara seems to notice that I'm staring at her blankly and flashes me an apologetic smile. Oh, I do hope I haven't been prattling on. I get so excited when I think about Moonforest's achievements. I wish outsiders knew more about us. Maybe I'll bring it up at the council this year. All in all, you should know that Kuya's behavior does not represent us. He's probably told you all kinds of stories of his violent deeds. He said he tore the throat out of a wolf drake for his first kill when he was a baby, and that he once leveled an entire forest of trees with his bare claws. First kill. Preposterous! We haven't celebrated such things in Moon Forest for hundreds of years. And the bit about leveling the trees? That's from the Tale of Moonbeam, a children's fable. Not being a Moon Forester, you wouldn't have heard of it, but most of us grow up with it. Kuya, words. Jesus. Kuya was always especially enthralled with childish tales of heroism. It's rather sad, actually. He's modeled himself after these fictional heroes because he wants to feel big and powerful, I suppose. He was always the runt of the family and was never given much to do around the palace. It isn't that I don't sympathize, mind you, but enough is enough, wouldn't you agree? I can't believe he was wearing that ridiculous warrior getup out here on a freezing mountain. It's bad enough when he wears it to family dinners, but at least there it's only embarrassing. Here, he's likely to catch cold. Oops. I hope you guys read that when I wasn't looking because I skipped it. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm gonna hit it here because this video's gone on 17 minutes now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Anyway, I love you guys. Stay kawaii and have fun out there.